I hope you're ready for some terrible things to happen to us. Excuse me. How's everybody feeling? Because if you're feeling good, that shit ain't gonna last. Not playing this game. Happy Friday, working from home so I can finally... Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy, J-Ram. I'm happy to see you. You working on any new popcorn flavors? Huh? You got anything for Daddy to try? Let's continue. Let's just get right into the tragedy. We're going to rip off that Band-Aid. If someone's going to die, we're going to know within 10 minutes. I think that's the best. I think that's the best thing so we can process it together. Because if it happens at the end, if someone dies at the end of the stream, we're left to our own devices. I'm going to leave the stream. I'm going to leave you guys, my support system, and I don't think I'm capable of handling a death and another death in this game. We already lost someone important. I truly don't think I'm ready. Might be working on some things. Ooh. Okay. I feel like that scene in Lord of the Rings where Frodo's talking to Gandalf. He's like, all right, keep your secrets. We're also raising money for our Double Good Kids Foundation that helps kids with special needs. Feel free to link that in chat. That's something that I support, and I know you guys make good products because I've tasted your products, and I was pleased with your product. That, cheesy, hot and spicy cheesy one, I ate that shit way too quickly. All right, so we are 1 point away from getting to animals at rank 20, at which point we should be able to help our dad, which is basically the dream. That's basically all I've wanted, is to help my dad. So we should be able to get our last point here by going into defense training, which also gets us a little bit of combat. What's our combat at? Our combat is at 13, which I don't know if it'll be enough, but I've a feeling something bad's about to happen, so a little bit of combat might actually help us. Thank you, J-Ram. If anybody wants really good flavored popcorn with profits and stuff that go to actually helping people, get some shit from this place. I say it's shit in a friendly way. The stuff's delicious. It's really good. If my cat shit that, I wouldn't clean the litter box. I'd let it just sit there and make the whole garage smell really good, smell like popcorn. 100% of what is raised goes to the cause. There we go. J-Ram, listen to J-Ram for actual information. Listen to me when I say only the good things that make sense. When I start talking about random nonsense, please tune me out. But it's really good. I would recommend, for people who like the spiciness, I would recommend, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a Flamin' Hot Cheeto, but better. And then sweetness, there was a cheese caramel that really surprised me, and I really liked that one too. Thank you. Jabroni's here. The gang has arrived. The squad has pulled up, getting ready to pose for our rap album. Everybody get your poses picked out, and we're about to start a fucking riot. How's your Friday starting out, Jabroni? We're gonna do some defense training. Ooh, man, I love glow. I know this is the most dangerous season in this game, but it's so freaking gorgeous. You drill on emergency protocols and how to shelter in place. In addition to the regular fitness courses, Glow has everyone on edge waiting for the inevitable attack. Let's get to work. All right, one slot card gets +1. Okay, so we just need to reach 14. That's child's play. Okay, and then I think if we go this. Look at that. Have we ever seen a better game? I'm ready for the week to be over. Got 15 minutes before 2 hours of Ooh, God, 2 hours of back-to-back meetings? Holy shit, dude, I'm sorry. It reminds me of, when I was having some trouble with Door, like teaching them lessons and stuff, we learned that like after a certain point in a kid's brain, and I assume there's some analogy between child brain and adult brain here. But after like a X amount of time, I think for kids of their age at that time, it was between like 6 and 10 minutes. At that point, if you continue to talk to them, they just zone out and no longer like comprehend what the hell's going on. So like 2 hours of meetings, I think you're going to reach that threshold for adults too, where it's just like, okay, you've spoken long enough. You're not doing anything anymore. Like it's truly worthless at that point. I remember when we would have the first week of school. It's first week of teacher at school. You know, we get a week to ourselves, which seems really nice. It's like, oh, I'm going to put my classroom together. I'm going to get, you know, my first 2 weeks of planning done. I'm going to have all this stuff printed. Like everything's going to be good. But they spend so much of that time doing professional development meetings that waste everybody's time, and you just start to lose it. And the one I always remember is we had one about work-life balance and stress management, and it was this long thing, and they took us out of class, out of planning to do this. And I talked to my assistant principal afterward because I was visibly frustrated. Like people noticed that I was visibly frustrated during the meeting. And I talked to him and I said, hey, I don't think that meeting like had the effect you wanted it to do. When you talk about work-life balance and stress management, what you just did in there stressed me the hell out. It took me away from my planning. I'm nervous about like an upcoming thing that's going on. I really wanted to get X, Y, and Z completed and finished and prepared for, you know, tomorrow and the day afterward. What you just did stressed me the hell out. I feel worse than before, and I learned nothing. And I feel like that's like, I don't know, more people need to know that. On a Friday afternoon, the audacity. Oh my gosh. The audacity. That should be illegal. They should, I don't want to say they should be put into camps because that's extreme, but there need to be consequences. There need to be consequences for anybody that does that. They can't be walking the streets like a normal person. Today I learned I have the brain of a child. That's just your daily experience. But you're a really smart child. Let's face it. I've seen you do some incredible things on your stream. That's about my attention span before I need people to stop talking. Yeah, it's like I can handle a little bit. And it's so funny because when we're in those meetings, it's like, it's funny for the roles to be reversed from student to teacher. Because it's like, okay, we tell our students to pay attention and focus up and stuff like that. How do we do when there's some asshole talking to us about something we don't care about? How long do we keep up the charade, the facade of giving a shit? It's really funny. Preach and teach. Thank you, Jabroni. Thank you. I'm here to preach. Teach. You guys are my church. Incredible things on my stream. Are we watching the same thing? I said Jabroni does incredible things. I mean, I don't know. I think all of us do kind of incredible things in that if we refer to the definition of the word incredible as like, there's no support in written evidence that this should be possible, then all of us are doing incredible things because the way that we fail at this job, at the gaming is pretty spectacular. That makes more sense. I hope you guys are doing very well. Let's see here. So we got these three together. There's no way for us to get a better like a straight or a flush. What if we did something like... So what are we at? We're at 15. Oh, that puts us at 16. Interesting. What's this? 4 for a flush of 3. Okay. And then that and that. Okay, that's probably the best it's going to get. I'm not sure. What if we did... I'm curious now. What if we did... That's 15 too. All right, so the 16 seemed to be the best bet for us here. All right, we'll do that. Let's see if it's the best. It was not. But we got our point in animal. That's really all I gave a shit about. And we got extra points from combat. Chrono Trigger first playthrough has been super fun to watch. Car, I've been lurking. Oh, that's sweet. Nice. I appreciate it. Last night's stream had me heated though, and I don't think I'm over it yet. I missed it. What happened? Please share with the class. I went to give the kid a bath, and after like, there's one point in the night where the nighttime chores start, and they basically don't stop until 8:15 or something like that. Between getting food, between baths, between nighttime readiness, between showers and brushing the teeth and books and stuff, like once the ball gets rolling on that one part, it's rolling for a couple hours. All right. It's been a quiet glow, but the grim, surreal darkness of the season reminds you of last year's violence. As the months wear on, you overhear arguments at dinner, adults worrying that an attack is still coming, and others who think the first one was a fluke. Surveyors mention seeing new tracks in the forest, but are shushed so people don't panic. The gates are closed. You drill emergency procedures, filing soundlessly from the classroom to the creche to hide under tables, waiting for the sirens to call the all clear. I don't have the heart to relive it, but basically the scary tent got me big mad. Excellent. The pin should be a donation for a product of specialty popcorn flavors, and then the proceeds, the money for that goes to helping special needs children. This is all thanks to J-Ram. He was in chat. He might just be lurking right now. If you have any questions, refer to him. I will vouch for the product. I did receive some product last year for free, and it was so fucking good. And I'm not a liar. Would a liar lie and say that he's not a liar? Nonsense. You drill and prepare and worry, but nothing happens. Then, just as glow is starting to wane, the toxic purple spill of the wormhole fading as the suns almost rise past the horizon again, the sirens start. You're reading a holo novel in bed when you hear them, followed by the stomp of boots down the hallway outside your quarters. An alert flashes on your holopalm. Shelter in the creche. This is not a drill. Oh no, Dad. Okay. You get another message from your dad. Me and Mom are going to stay in the greenhouses. We're safe. Just follow Auntie Anne to the creche and wait for us, okay? Don't worry. We're way more prepared than we were last year. Love you. Stay safe. If my dad dies, I'm actually going to, cry. I don't know how I will actually handle that. You go for the creche where you belong, or you could follow the security guards and see what's happening. I do not have enough bravery to head for the gates. Am I brave at all? I've got 1 point in great bravery. Okay. I wonder if I can get something in that later. All right, we're going to go to the creche. We're going to be safe. You head for the children's creche. Even with just the emergency lights on, your feet could never forget the way. When you get there, you spot Tangent and Dis huddled together on the beanbag chairs. Dis is stone-faced as usual, and he's holding Tangent in his arms. All right, this is good because they're not on good terms. You can't remember the last time you saw them this close. Tange must be really scared. You take a seat on a beanbag chair and wait. Other children filter in the room after you. Anemone, her little brother, Nougat. You don't see him, so Cal must be sheltering with your parents in the greenhouses. I'm going to self-emulate if something happens to Cal. All right, I'm going to talk to Dis and Tang. It's so dumb they won't let us outside, Dis grumbles. We live here too. We deserve to know what's going on. They're treating us like little kids. I'm not even scared. You search his face for signs he's lying to sound cool, but his bad mood is sincere. Tangent smacks his arm. Don't be ridiculous, she snaps. There's dangerous animals out there. Dis just shrugs. Nothing scares him. You don't hear much from outside. After a while, the sirens sound all clear, and you all file back to your quarters. Your mom and dad, oh thank God, join you right away and give you a big hug and thank you for following their instructions. When things have calmed down, you overhear your parents talking. I'm not going to be the first to congratulate Rhett, but all of his defensive improvements were exactly what we needed. Your mom grumbles. Ugh, he's going to be insufferable at the next council meeting. Your dad pats her hand. Credit where credit's due, flew the bell, he says. She smiles despite herself. It could have been worse. Your dad nods. And they both sit in silence before your dad speaks again. Poor Hal, he sighs. What a way to go. Professor Hal? No! No, no! I liked him. He taught me biology. Ugh. We're doing an internal fundraising campaign with the company. We're raising money for Double Good Kids Foundation that supports children with special needs. Camera? Is my camera? Oh, my camera. Oh, thank you. I forgot I moved it for Dice Folk. Thank you, Kara. Wee. I'll go back into the corner where I belong. Filthy boy, get back in the corner. Hi, me. Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. Tiny Teach. I get into all the nooks and crannies. I'm unstoppable down here. They know I sneak in where you don't expect me. It's great. Off to meetings, Lurk Moke engaged. Awesome. Thanks for hanging out, Jabroni. Good luck. And I'll probably see you tonight in stream. Or later today, depending on... I guess it's going to be 2 hours. I probably won't see you in this stream. I'll see you in your stream. Have a good day. Hey, Pumpkinhead, your dad says. Yeah, they're going to announce it in a few hours, after everyone's had a chance to calm down. He didn't make it. What happened? Don't worry about that, your mom replies, shooting your dad a look to keep him from talking. It's adult stuff, okay? You guys won't be able to go into the engineering wing for a little bit. Not until it's decontaminated. Oh my god. What happened? Holy shit. Professor Howe can't just die. He can't just be gone. He's your teacher. And the engineering wing is where you take classes. You can't imagine something bad happening in such a safe place. You fall asleep thinking for sure there's been some mistake. Jeez. Hey, Nevik, 40 stream streak. Thank you so much. Wow. Squeezes anywhere like a rat. That's right. I get into all the little places you don't want me. Stealing your food. What else do rats do? Chewing on stuff. Nothing bad, I'm sure. Chestburster is definitely where my mind immediately went. Because that's about the most horrible fate I can imagine. But yeah. I'm pretty upset. Take that! 55's... Holy shit, Kara. Thank you very much. I leave droppings occasionally. I fight with cats. I have been known to consume cheese in pretty large quantities and bring it into my resting quarters and nibble on it throughout the day. I'm pretty rat-like. Oh, man. Okay, some cool things happened, though. Look at all this cool stuff that happened. And we're only 11. Let's talk to everybody. We're stressed as fuck. So then I trapped it in my room, Enemy says, telling you all about the bug she saw in her quarters. Its wings were as big as my hand, and it had feelers like, whoa. It was bouncing all over the place, like boing, 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 boing. She gestures excitedly, swinging her arms over her head. The bugs here are so big, and they're everywhere. I was going to give it to Tange, she says. She loves gross bug stuff. But she said I should just let it go, because if it stung me, I might get weird mutant powers. I mean, other than the one I already have. And I wanted to see if I got more weird mutant powers. So I started jumping around off higher and higher things until I was jumping off the back of the ship. And I got in so much trouble, but it wasn't even that high. She stops in her track. Hold on, she says, stooping to rub irritably at her knees for probably the 100th time in the past 5 minutes. Ugh, I'm gonna die. I busted up my knees and it's so itchy when my scales grow in. Oh, were that what... I've always noticed those little things on her body. I assume they were like I assumed they were some kind of like genetic thing, but I don't know what they are. I wonder what those scales are for. Maybe we'll find out when she grows up. Is she gonna have like special, like body armor? Happy birthday? Whose birthday is it? Happy birthday, somebody. Annie, don't pick at it. Chief Steward Antecedent's voice rings out across the garrison yard. It's just psoriasis can confirm. Oh, it's my Is it my character's birthday? I thought I was in a different one. It's the new season, but I think we celebrate my birthday here. I think. Pleasant but firm, it instantly transports you back to being in the ship Krish, tugging on her skirts and calling her auntie. Anemone jumps and stands up straight, her hands flying to her sides. Aww. But Mom, Anemone whines, digging her fingers into her knees as Antecedent approaches you both. It's so scrastically ishy. I know, lovely. Antecedent soothes her, patting down her riotous red hair. But the more you pick at it, the thicker your scales are going to grow in. Anemone tucks her hands under her armpits to keep from scratching. What if I want to have cool scales? She pouts. Antecedent smiles indulgently. At the rate you're going, I'm sure you'll be covered in them before you know it. No need to rush. Anemone's skin is dotted with patches of protective blue-green scales that grow in wherever she gets a cut or scrape. She rubs the patch on her jaw indignantly, the one she got when she ran headfirst in the food synthesizer back on the ship. So now we know her augment. Antecedent opens her satchel and pulls out a bundle of clothes. The queue for the nanoprinter is over a week long, so I patched her pants with scraps from your brother's clothing. Please try not to put any more holes in them, or yourself, okay? She hands the clothes to Anemone and kisses her on the forehead. Anemone sticks out her tongue and gags. Yuck. Anemone evaluates the clothes as her mom walks away. Galactic, she breathes as she runs her fingers over the odd-colored patches. Then right there in the middle of the yard, she unashamedly squirms out of her pants and pulls on the new ones. Wow, I look like a fighter jet from the Hollows, she exclaims, showing off her new pants, like when they'd stencil your kill count on your plane. Or like a really cool scar. And Anemone grins. Yeah, you get it. My pants are scarred, just like me. Oh, adorable. Freaking kids. So I want to figure out what this is. Armored scaled skin. So when she gets hurt, she grows scales in the area to assume, like, keep her from getting hurt in the same place in the same way again. That's fun. Let me see. Does it say month of quiet, age 12? Does it say my birthday? Month 1 of quiet, age 12. I guess. Are we just in month 1 of quiet? Okay, we'll see. It'll come up. Where's Cal? I haven't seen Cal. Okay, Cal. Everyone, it's okay. Cal's here. The sound of hammering rings through the garden, and you find Cal helping your mom to build a row of raised garden beds. Turns out some of the Earth's plants don't grow so great here, so we're going to see if this helps. He says, taking a break to rub his face. Your mom stifles a laugh at the smear of dirt it leaves across his cheeks. Your mom says we got to worry about the nitrogen levels soon, he continues, but that hopefully we'll be eating just plants that grow here before then. All right. Let's talk to Tange. Let's see how she's doing. Tange is storming around the quad in front of her engineering, checking notes on her holopalm, gesturing and grunting in frustration. This is the worst. Geez, hormonal much? Wow, what a dick thing to say. What's the matter? I can't possibly, she says, her voice cracking. She seems too upset to even explain it. Yeah, she was really close to Professor Howe. That sucks. Professor Howe, she tries again. Howe, he was helping me with this physics chapter, and now he's... She throws her hands in the air, virtual holopalm screens flying everywhere. I can't understand this without him. This is impossible, she chokes out. Why did he have to die? I miss him too. Give her a hug. We're all going to die eventually. I don't feel like she's much for hugs. We're pretty close, but I still don't think she wants that. I don't know. I'm just going to say I miss him too. Tange nods angrily. He was a good teacher, she says. He didn't deserve to die. I wish I could have done something to save him. You both go quiet for a few seconds. Eventually, Tange sighs. Well, we can't count on the adults to protect us, that's for sure. She says, we'll have to do it ourselves. I cannot help her study. I am too dumb to help her study. She nods, going back to her notes. Thank you, she mumbles. All right, Dis, how are you holding up? I'll check on you because you were sweet to your sister. Dis is scrolling through a novel, and his hollow palm completely checked out of the world around him. He startles when you tap on his shoulder. Geez, Popo, he grumbles, gesturing to close his novel. You catch a few lines about a dragon before the screen disappears. Dis flips up his collar and turns away. Can't you tell when someone is busy? All right, fine. How's Dad doing? Your dad is reading a book, an actual book, dog-eared pages and everything, in the shade of the greenhouses. He blinks up at you when your shadow falls over the pages. Oh, hey, little gooseberry, he laughs. Do you need something? We're going to help him with animals. That is what we're doing. I'm just checking to make sure we haven't missed anything. Your dad used to joke that your mom got a prosthetic leg so she could run faster than everyone else before you had Gin Tech. You don't think that's true. You guess she lost it in some kind of fight, but she barely ever talks about it, except for days like today, when she's stumbling around like one leg is shorter than the other. Stupid thing, she grumbles. When am I going to have time to get this damn thing fitted right? We can tell her what we learned today. Cool. Well, you haven't really been in school for a while, or even in engineering, but you tell your mom about some paperwork you had to deal with. You're pretty good at organization, so it was easy. And we got a new card for that. Do you even know why we call it paperwork? Your mom laughs. It's true. It's not like you're sorting actual paper. Back on Earth, we used to have to use paper to... Nah, never mind. She slaps you on the back. Good for you for having your your head together. Aw, she's a good mom. He would dog-ear his pages. My dad would totally do that. I usually don't dog-ear pages. It makes me nervous. If I was studying a book like that, I usually just take hand notes in a notebook. Because to me, studies have been linked to like rewriting something is a good way to have it stick in your head. So that was what I always did, was handwrite my notes. And then for studying actual notes, I used to teach my dogs. I would go through pages of my notebook at a time, and I would do my best to teach my dog or my kid when Dora was really little and couldn't talk and move and stuff. I would teach them what I was learning in class, and I would try not to look at my notes and see how far I could get, a couple pages at a time. Because if you can teach somebody something, you begin to get a deeper understanding about it yourself. Same thing to your cats. Hell yeah. It's a good way. It's a good way to learn. Mars is primping in a hollow screen she set up to act as a mirror. You never know when someone important is going to talk to you. She says, not you, obviously, Popo. She says, twisting and retwisting her hair around her finger. And no, I don't mean important like the council. Yuck. She smiles primly at you. I mean, whoever's going to end up being my first kiss. I don't want them to remember that time they saw me when we were kids and I wasn't absolutely at my best. We'll see. Let's see. Ooh, we could visit the supply depot. Anything cool? Oh, we could get a cake. Let's buy a cake just to have it. There's never a bad time to have a cake. What's the notice board up to? All right, our food levels are freaking low, and our security rating is still really bad. Utopia has been updated to Chief Surveyor of Expeditions. I think that's it. I don't think Hal had an administrative, our chief title. I think he was just a very smart teacher, for what it's worth. All right, we've got stressed to 100. We need to take care of ourselves. We can relax in the lounge. Or we can go to the other thing, because we can go to this. What is it? Relaxing on the walls. Here we go. It gives us a little bit of friendship with Dis. That might have value. Let's try it. After the first attack on the colony, they added lookout towers to the walls. Now you have a place to hang out if you don't feel like working, and because it's all the way up here, no adults are going to come ask you to run any errands for them. On rainy days, you take shelter under the pavilions and listen to the pitter-patter of warm raindrops on the grass roof. You can do whatever you want. Ah, this is the life. It's a perfect place to slack off. It's nice to keep watch. Good place to study. It's a good place to study. You pack your holoculars. The wall is a great vantage point to examine the wild jungle outside the colony. Your independent study even counts toward class credits without having to actually be in class. Oh, wow, I got free reasoning from that? Frick yeah. Oh, hey, Popol. Just pops his head up a nearby ladder and looks surprised to see someone else here. Do you mind if I sit here too? Sure, there's plenty of room. The two of you dangle your feet off the side and watch the valley below. Dish shuffles a little uncomfortably and doesn't say much. You wonder if this was his private spot to be alone before you discovered it. He'll be fine. Do I want to forget? I like both of these. These are both pretty good. They both have value. Let's keep our memories. You've been having weird dreams, as usual. They seem to get worse around glow. You wake from a dream that has tears drying on your face, though you can't remember why, just that you were terrified. Whatever it was, it felt real enough that for a moment you just lie in bed with your eyes closed and try to calm your breathing. You blearily rub your eyes. And surprise! Oh, it is your birthday. I think you were right, Kara. Oh, it's your birthday. Your dad leaps onto your bed and gives you a big cuddle. Happy birthday, little tomato head. 12 years old. Wow, can you believe it? I was probably thinking about Cal's birthday. No, your mom answers for you, laughing as she hands you your presents. It was just yesterday. Antecedent was showing me how to change your diaper. Because it's your birthday, your parents have brought in food from the canteen so you can all eat together on your bed. As you stuff your face with savory tofu chunks, I had tofu for lunch. I like tofu. You open your presents. Which one is your favorite? A bouquet of exotic flowers from your mom. A stuffed xenofauna from your dad. A photophoner from your best friend. I'm going to pick this kick-ass doll. It's adorable. I taught the nanoprinter the pattern based off of pictures from expeditions, your dad says, watching you play with it. They call it a spectroraptor. He continues, see, it looks like it's wearing glasses on top of its 5 eyes. They say that's because its lenses are outside of its eyeballs. Isn't that wild? Nothing like that on Earth. Lenses outside the eyeballs. That's pretty cool. As your dad clears away the wrapping paper and the dishes from breakfast, your mom folds her hands on the table and gives you a serious look. Uh-oh. So, she says, we've been here 2 years now. I know your dad and I have always said you're in charge of your schedule, but we've been keeping an eye on you. A loving eye, your dad interjects, stuffing wrapping paper into the recycler pickup bin. A trusting, gentle eye. You've made it pretty easy, honestly, your mom laughs, patting your head. Most of the time you're hanging out with us in geoponics. You're a hard worker, she continues. Just make sure you're not burning yourself out there. Hard work may seem fine when you're a kid, but if you want to get anywhere with it, you'll need some book smarts too. Your dad joins you again. So it's time to start thinking about how you're going to contribute to the colony when you're older. At the look on your face, he laughs. Don't worry, we're not going to make you get a job right now. We're just asking what you want to be when you grow up. Aw, that's cute. A farmer like you two. Aw. A teacher like Professor Hal. A dad with like 10 kids. Aw. Captain of sports ball, famous idol, a monster hunter, governor. Do I have to decide right now? I'm thinking either farmer or a teacher. They're both good options. They are both very good options. I'm going to go teacher because, that's kind of what I did. Even though I'm a dad now, 10 kids that's a little much for this dad. I'm going to go teacher. Your mom smiles sadly. I'm sure he would have loved to hear that. Oh, shit. I forgot he was dead. Fuck. The colony will need someone as passionate about teaching as he was. Well, your mom starts to get up. I'm sure your friends all want to wish you a happy birthday. She stops and snaps her finger. Oh, but you might not have considered a career as a depot clerk, but Al and Bernie mentioned their daughter Mars is working there, and she needs some help. Now that people can freely order luxuries, it's pretty busy there. Sure beats shoveling dirt, your dad laughs. If you don't take that job, you tell Mars I'll be right there. Your mom rolls her eyes and smiles. Oh, they've got a cute relationship. All right, now it's time to help our dad. What's going on? Anything to find here in the wilds? Anybody want to talk? I'm surprised your mom is with your dad. Yeah, I think it's one of those opposites attract kind of things. I think they make a good team. They balance each other out. Because if both parents were just like the dad, like I think it would be too loosey-goosey, maybe not enough structure, and possibly like routine would probably go down. Sometimes kids need that like more stern, firm approach, and the dad is very gentle, but the mom is very serious. Both are needed, so I think they complement each other very well. If your mom already said no, I agree with her, your dad says without looking up from his work. I know you two disagree about things, but she's still your mom. Help with the animals, finally! Ah! She looks like she would eviscerate him and date his... Jeez. I mean, why can't it be both? Float cow time, baby. Your dad is working with float cows. One of them is sick and isn't producing enough urine as ballast, and it keeps wanting to float away. Your dad is building a spike so that he can tie her down until she feels better. Aww. Last swing of float cow. It's a 4+1 for each gem on other cards. Ooh, awesome. Aw, look at this. You hold on to the leash, feeling like a little kid with a balloon. A big, woolly, gassy balloon. It looks down at you with placid, unblinking eyes. You can see yourself refracted in them. Weird. Neat. I love it. I love this thing. Look at it. What a freaking cutie pie. Is that not a job? Oh, I need to keep getting animal points, and I can keep doing more. Whoa, okay. So I'm going to have to keep doing combat drills and stuff. So I think we're going to kind of like alternate between helping in the gardens and then doing the training drills with Rhett. That's a weird sheep. It's a float cow, Nevik. It's a float cow. And it would thank you to remember that. I'm just kidding. It does look very much like a sheep. It's got the fluffies. It's got the sheepy fluffies. Let's go here. Hey, Squirt, your mom calls out to you. Do you think it's time you started thinking about what you're going to do when you're older? You look at her in confusion. Isn't she always telling you to stay in school? She chuckles. You got to think about it sometime, kid. How about you come join your folks on the farm if you think you're up for it? Okay. We got the biology points for it. What's up? Your mom claps you on the back. Ooh, she's just as strong as she looks. Great, she says. Come see me in geoponics when you're ready to start. It'll be more fun than wheeling dirt around, I promise. Whoa. I wonder what that's going to unlock for us. Random card locked in one slot. Okay. Okay. What if we did... That is annoying that it's right there. Bum, bum, bum. Bum? 17 there. Okay. Your mom's a float cow. Oh my god. Freaking roasted. Oh my gosh. I can't handle. There's no coming back from that shit. So we got a 17 now. Is there anything I can do to make that a little better? If there is, I don't know it. 17. 17. Okay. We'll take it. All right. So, best score. So if you get the 3 stars, that's how you know you got the goodness. We got more biology, and we got more organization, more kudos, and less stress. All right. Ooh, Cal, what's up? You catch Cal at the gate to the gardens. He's carrying a big bucket of rocks. Hi, Popo, he exclaims. Oh, I'm supposed to tell you there's a new park near Geoponics now, Cal says. We can run around all we want and nobody will say we're trampling the fields. You should come play there sometime. Oh, yes, we got a new place to relax. Hell yeah. We're definitely going to relax there. Screw you, Dis, and your balcony. We can hang out with Cal in a park. You're going to continue to be alone. Okay, let's see what the bonuses we get for working in the farm are. Oh, so every time we get more organization points, we get something with her. Cool. Okay, I'm learning the intricacies. Shovel dirt. Work on the farm. What's this give us? Biology toughness. Points with Cal. Kudos and stress. Okay. That's another good option. So we can go kind of back and forth because we're still getting the biology. A little less kudos. So we can alternate between a couple of things. We've got lots of options. This is good. Who teaches... Oh, wait, that's right. This isn't available anymore. Class is not available. Class is not in session. All right, let's do some defense training so we can continue to get combat and animals. You never know when those are going to come in handy. I wonder what we'll get when we get animals at 33. I think that's the first tick. Oh, yeah, this guy. An enemy's big brother Calm teaches karate techniques to the class. Kicks, punches, flips, all the cool stuff. He's much more calm than Security Chief Rhett and takes the time to connect with you instead of just relying on intimidation. You kind of wish he was the chief of security instead. Maybe one day. Rhett can't be the boss forever, right? Yeah, I mean, he could just die. I'm not going to wish that on the world, though. Rhett's a competent person. Calm organizes your first karate tournament. Well, he doesn't call it a tournament. It's more like an exhibition to show off how far everyone has come in their training. There's informal sparring matches and feats of strength, like high kick challenges and breaking boards. Hey, can't stay long, but I hope stream goes well. Thanks, Coco. I hope you're doing well. I know it seems like you've been pretty busy. I hope Dalton's okay. I hope your work, like your animations and stuff, are going well too. And I hope you just have in general, a very good Friday. I hope something good happens to you today. Something unexpected. An unexpected surprise. Despite Calm's best intentions, an enemy is absolutely taking this like a competition. She takes her place next to you at the board breaking station and gives you a challenging look, tossing her unruly hair over her shoulder. Is it on? Oh, it's on. Nah, let her show off. Let her show off. Oh, she did not. Okay, she didn't like that. You break your allotted boards, accept your praise from Calm, and leave the stage. And then he looks disappointed that you didn't want to make it a competition. She wanted you to give it her all so she'd have someone to challenge herself against. Sorry, an enemy. Dalton's doing great. He's sleeping next to me right now. Hell yeah. Give him a little scritch behind the ears for me. Okay, so we can do a +1 to one of those cards. So what if we did this, 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 this? You got a scritch and a forehead kiss in my name. Oh my god, I'm honored. I'm honored. I'm kind of sad I'll never be able to do that to Dalton in person. It's kind of a bummer. I mean, I've got my own corgi, but all corgis deserve love. All corgis deserve love. Let's see. I don't think this would get any better. We've got our colors together. We've got our like numbers together. Like is near like. We've got the closest thing we can get to an order here. I'm willing to accept it. Yep, there we go. That's not true. Who knows if GM becomes big enough for Blind Coco Con. That would be pretty sweet. I'd be pretty interested in that. I'd go to Blind Coco Con. I need to know in advance body pillows of those characters I find really hot, and plushies of any particular creatures that you find adorable. And I'm going to need you to have those set aside for me. Let me know. I will pay for them. I'm not looking for handouts. I want to support your business. And then you see people see me walking around with that stuff. And then they're like, oh my gosh, look at all this cool merch. Where do I get this cool merch? I'm an advertisement. I'm a living, breathing, organic advertisement for you. I'll stock the shelves for you. Ooh, I'll stock the shelves after I get it. I'll work for you, Coco. I assume that's going to be in a couple years. So like my kids will be in school. I'm not going to have anything better to do. You know, I'll fix the house a little bit, stream a little bit. Then I'm going to go work at CocoCon. CocoCon, by the way, is an incredible convention name. Probably already taken by some kind of chocolate thing. But I like yours. I like CocoCon. Cal's birthday should be soon. Late dust. What are we in right now? Pollen season. I'll sue them and reclaim the name. I'll sue them for everything, for every ounce of chocolate. Oh, we can just talk to Utopia now. Hell yeah. Everybody get a good look. You step cautiously through the colony gates. Popo, how's it going, little bro? Chief Surveyor Utopia steps casually out to bar your way while making it look accidental. Whoa there, I don't know if you're ready to head out there and join the surveyors yet. Just yet. Why don't you skedaddle and stick to sports ball inside the walls for now? She rubs her knuckles into your scalp and sends you on your way. I like her. I like her a lot. She's got good energy. I'm tough enough. I'm brave enough. I am neither tough nor brave. I'm barely either one of those things. I barely register on the metric. Egg. Anybody else need to talk? Anybody else have anything they want to say? I like her cat feet too. Yeah, me too. Like the cat feet is definitely like, I like cat. I would be more interested in a person with cat feet than I would be with someone with like real feet. Like if I were to have a foot fetish, like if they had cool cat feet, I would be more into that than human feet, I think. If they got the retractable claws, that's pretty cool too. All right, let's go here and let's do some xenobotany. Maybe Diddly Pillar is available to hang out. You've had a project going in the greenhouse lab for a few years now, splicing the genomes of plants from both Earth and Vertumna. Trying to come up with a way to make Earth plants more likely to take root and flourish in the nitrogen-weak Vertumnan soil. Gentech has always been a part of your life. Everyone you know has some sort of genetic enhancement, and some have had large-scale gene editing later in life, like Tangent's transition. You know it's possible, but your knowledge of Vertumnan genomes isn't as complete as the human genome. The trick is finding exactly the right Vertumnan genes to splice into exactly the right Earth plant. So, can you do it? Will today be the day you make that breakthrough? Biology challenge. All right. First collectible use is free. Oh, cool. So I can just use one of these. Excellent. Cool. Okay. Sounds good. I don't remember if we keep stuff. We need to get a goal of 59. Holy shit. Okay, this is actually really tough. 5, 4. And then what can we do? +1 to a card, change suite. Okay. Redraw hand, draw a card. We might really need to get this one up. This is a toughie. So let's see. Pretty easily we can get a 13. Let's play around and see if we can boost those numbers. Those are rookie numbers. That's a 9. That's pretty weak sauce. Yeah, 50. This is big numbers. They're throwing it at us. And then this. There we go. That was the move. So we've got a 3, 4, 5, all same color. and a straight as well. That's a very good start. That is a very good start. Ooh, +3 on third challenges. Okay, so they carry over, so we need to socks. The socks card needs to stay just for a minute or two. Ooh, these are not good cards for us right now. 0, 0, 1, 1. Ooh, man, that's rough. Draw a card. Change it. We could do that. What are our other options here? +2 to a card flat. What if we did, if we go here and here, what if we did this? If this is a flat 2, we do 2 and 2, put those together. And then put 1 of those right here. If I do that, does it go away? No, okay. All right, eek. Okay, I think 12 is about as good as it's gonna get. We have to make a shitload of points here really soon. +2 to a card. All right, we're gonna go next round, and we're gonna hope for the best. We're gonna put this right here. We've got some good stuff. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. We can push through, and it'll cost us a bunch of stress, but we could do it. What if we did that and that? 13. This goes up by 1. What if we do... Let's draw a card. Ugh, that's useless. Useless! What is this? So let's give it 4, like that. 21. And then we could do this to that. That could be good. I don't know if we're going to make it. 25. Redraw hand. Draw a card. I think we're just shy. But we can push through. But I want to get it. Oh, man. This is tough. I don't think drawing a card is going to help us. Yeah, we used all of our good ones, unfortunately. I'm trying to think if we've got any other options. I don't think so. Like, drawing another card might be worth it, but probably not. Alright, we're just going to push through. Okay, so when we do that, we do not... we don't get any bonuses. You double-check congruences simulations 100 times, and the results are always the same. A truly viable genome composed of genes from both Earth and Ventumna. In every chemical simulation congruence can run, it successfully takes root and flourishes. Native hybrid. 2 extra cards when drawn. Ooh. This is a very good card. I wish we would have had it when it was time to do that. You look at the tiny, barely sprouted plants. This could be the beginning of a new era of agriculture on this planet. Being able to plant crops that actually grow strong in the soil, it might only be one plant for now, but who knows? Maybe in the future you'll be able to use this for all sorts of crops. Hey, the colony has more food now. Oh, okay. Your mom has always been a result-oriented person. She doesn't like to experiment just to see what might happen. She likes science that she already knows and trusts will work. When you call her to see what you've done, she smiles as proudly as you've ever seen her smile before. Even she can't argue with congruence's results. You'll earn twice the kudos working in the lab from now on in recognition of your contribution to the colony's continued survival. Hell yes. Increased rewards for researching xenobotany. Hell fucking yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, good. We still got our points. We're good. Nice. Whoo. Your dog comes back from work one day looking seriously under the weather. No. He's pale with deep circles under his eyes and he keeps sneezing. It's fine, he insists.
It's just all this pollen in the air. It's cooking up the old air tubes. Do you remember hay fever, Lulu? We always got it back on Earth, too.
Your mom frowns and crosses her arms. We did, she agrees. So why isn't it bothering me?
You're a lot tougher than me, sweet pea,
your dad says, and your mom rolls her eyes. I'm sure I just have to get used to it like you
did,
he continues.
Maybe I'll go for a stroll outside the gates later. Really get a good lungful of the stuff. I'll feel bad for a few weeks, but after that, I'll be fine.
I don't like where this is going. I'm going to be frank. I'm going to no longer teach, and I'm going to be frank. I don't like this. Your mom raises both eyebrows. Outside the gates? You? Your dad shrugs, then he falls into a fit of sneezing and can't answer. Your mom directs him to go lie down on their bed. You need rest, not machismo, she scolds him.
I don't have
your dad sneezes.
A macho bone in my body, foo-foo, and I don't have to fertilize the corn of the pixie beans this week.
Uh-huh, your mom grunts. Your dad pulls a handkerchief from his pocket and sneezes into it a few times. Big, yelling honk sneezes that echo through your whole quarters. He pulls it away from his face, and you can't tell that something's wrong. Huh? Your dad says weakly, holding the handkerchief away from his face. It's bright fuchsia pink and glittering in the light. That's weird. Then his eyes roll back in his head, his knees buckle, and your mom yells for you to call instant. Teach streams now with voice filters. Now with me crying. Chief Engineer Instance takes your dad's vitals and gives him a cursory look over, but she seems satisfied with what she sees without having to do with thorough examinations. The explorers have started calling this the shimmer, she says, shining a light down your dad's throat. He's looking a little better, but not much. It's an airborne environmental toxin, likely in the pollen fog. Will he be okay? Dad. Doesn't seem to cause long-term damage to the body, Instance explains. She gestures in the air, making notes in her hollow eye that only she can see. I've been tracking its effect for 3 seasons now. The toxin is flushed out of the body after 3 to 5 days, and it's not contagious. She looks down at your father. What that means for you, Dranium, since you're particularly susceptible to the toxin, you should be taking better pains to avoid exposure. If you must go outside during pollen, use a respirator. Your dad smiles weakly. You got it, boss, he says. Your mom smiles and puts her hand over his. As your literal boss, I'm ordering you not to come to work for the rest of the week, she says. You're on a strict bed rest. She leans in to touch her forehead to his. They stay like that, smiling with relief. Jeez, this fucking game. Gonna die. Even after 1 day of bed rest, your dad is looking a lot better. Okay, he's clearly anxious to get back out into the fields.
Fucking guy.
Fucking game. You're going to love this new crop, Popo. It's called a pixie bean. They glow in the dark. He's already pulling on his boots. The fields look so beautiful at night. I'm happy that we have finally found something that would actually grow here. That isn't soy, and more soy. I'm happy to you. Oh. Frickin' pollen. All right. When's Cal's birthday again? I know I just looked at it, but I don't recall. Late dust. So that should be next month. Dad. Don't die, Dad. It is really pretty. It's a shame it's killing us. Crisis averted. No more tragedy. Right? Right? Surely. Surely we're done. Your palm pulses with a message from Tanj. Hello, Popo. If you're not occupied, could I ask you for an assistance in the lab? Thank you in advance. Tangent. Typical Tanj, but her asking for help is something so rare that you can't help but head over right away. You find her hunched over a spectrometer, making notes on a hollow screen. Oh, you're here, she says, blinking rapidly. She looks like she's been awake for days, wrinkled, a little shiny, and with the wild-eyed look of someone who needs a cup of blep tea. Came as soon as I could. I just happened to be here nearby. How can I help? How can I help? I'm researching the shimmer, the respiratory illness some people report during pollen. Are you going to help me with my dad? Are you going to help me with my dad? I'm loath to admit it, but I need your assistance. She takes 4 vials with swabs inside and puts them into your hands. I need recent saliva samples from both you and your father, she says. There must be a reason why he's so susceptible to the shimmer and you are not. You share half of your genetic code with him. There must be some marker we can compare between the 2 samples. Then, she continues, pulling another vial from a rack of test tubes. Administer this to yourselves. Wait 3 days and take the samples again. The test should be able to determine if anything in your body chemistry has changed. Ooh. Tanj looks at you very seriously, cutting through her bleary expression. There's something going on here, she whispers. Something really, really big. I've begun to realize this is about more than just curing a disease. She squeezes your hand so hard it almost hurts. Unlocking the secrets of the shimmer, who it affects, and why. It could lead to a greater understanding of all of life on Vertumna. And knowledge. Knowledge is more than power, Popo. It's control. Are you okay? You seem unhinged. Okay, I'll do it. 1 point to Shimmer Cure, 1 point to Helped Tangent, 2 friendship points. Thank you, Tanj says. I've been researching so hard, I think my eyes are going to fall out of my head. And for what? Well, for the end of a debilitating disease is a pretty good reason, but Tanj just shakes her head and at herself before you can answer. We're at a disadvantage here, she mutters. We're fighting blind. We need to understand this planet if we're going to get it under our control. Spoken like a 12-year-old. Spoken like a real 12-year-old. I want to give her something. Can I give you something? Tanj is craning her head, looking around what she can see of the colony from the laboratory doors. Have you seen my brother, she asks. He stormed out of class today. Again. She pinches the bridge of her nose. All I did was point out that he consistently makes the same mathematical error and offer him mnemonic to aid his memory in the future. I don't see how I'm the monster here. Here. Why don't you have... the medicinal root. Oh, this is interesting, is all Tanj says, taking the roots and turning them over in her hands. Her lips curl in distaste at the dirt that still clings to them. No, really, she protests when she sees the look on her face. I'm going to analyze these roots to see if they have any useful properties. They might be medicinal. Yes, I knew it. I knew it. She turns to walk away, then remembers herself. Thank you, she adds, almost as in an afterthought. I knew it. I knew because she was researching stuff. She'd like the medicinal root. I know my friends, damn it. I know my friends. Okay, I need more animal points. Defense training. I wonder, would I get more animal points if I learned how to go outside? If I actually was able to go on an expedition, would I be able to, like, learn more out there, I wonder. I don't have any toughness or bravery, so let's check something. We just unlocked the thing at the farm. Does that give me toughness? It does. Okay. Maybe if I get some toughness, we're gonna do a little bit of experimentation. If I get a little bit of toughness, and I can go out on expeditions, that might give me a chance to see more xenofauna, and maybe that'll get me more animal points, because I'm only getting 1 from this. That's very slow. So let's try working on the farm. It's a proud day for your mom. You're finally following in her footsteps. She meets you at the gate to the gardens. Hello, Sprout, she says, sounding chipper. Come on, we've got a lot of cover before you'll be able to keep up with the rest of us. Finally, some real farming. Your mom shows you around the fields and the geoponics domes. You'll mostly be working in the fields with the hardier earth crops like the potatoes and the corn, as well as the native plants we've managed to cultivate. She frowns. We'll figure out how to cultivate these native plants. Somehow. You spend the rest of the day pulling weeds and watering plants. You're dirty up to your waist by the time you're finished, but it's good, honest work. You're proud to be able to do something that helps out the colony. Cal gives you a high five and invites you for a cool drink in the cafeteria. All the other agriculturists join you. Of all the places in the colony you've worked, geoponics is the most like a family. Maybe because they've always been your family, thanks to your mom and dad. All right, let's do some farming. We can put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. And put that there. That's a winning hand. So we got 4 of a kind, 3s. So that, what do we got? A 21? Ooh, 24. Super goal. Nice. Okay. Let's do it. 6 to biology, 2 toughness, 11 kudos, a little bit of stress. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This big, slimy, stinky burger. Hell yeah. You spot Cal heading towards the barns at the far end of the farms. At the barns at the far end of the farms. Hiya, Popo, he waves. Just heading over to the barn, Cal says. I finished before everyone else today, so I told everyone I'm going to clean it. No one wants to get roped into helping, so it'll just be me and Socks. You should come with. Yes? Cal whistles as you enter the barn, and the chest where Socks sleeps starts to rattle. He laughs and pops the lid, hefting Socks up into his arms. Hey, girl, he coos. Time to get some forbidden daytime zoomies out. Oh, they say zoomies even in the future. That's good to know. You and Cal play with Socks for a little while, chasing her around the barn. She chitters and stomps her stubby little legs, clearly enjoying the attention. I have a little while before I have to get back to work, Cal says. What should we do? Let's teach Socks a new trick. Ooh, yes, +1 to animals. Oh yeah, Cal agrees. I've been working on getting her to follow directions lately. That's a great idea. You spend about half an hour teaching Socks how to shake a paw. There are a lot of paws to choose from, and she seems to delight in giving you a different one each time. Oh my gosh. You can't help but think that working with her like this might come in handy in the future. I'm going to keep looking for those opportunities. Man, we're pretty close to a new animals. Organization is really close too. Let's do some organization points. I love Socks. I also love Socks. And this sock doesn't... These socks don't, like, lose half of themselves when you put them in the wash. And I bet she'd still keep your feet warm if she laid on your feet. Let's do a little bit of organization, because we're pretty close to getting a new rank in that. And I'd like that. Each plant uses chlorophyll for photosynthesis, which makes them green. There's no green plant life here on Vertumna except for the stuff you brought with you. Vertumnan plants must use something different, like a phycobilin or a carotenoid. You're not entirely sure of the precise chemistry, but it's got to be something. I start using mesh laundry bags for that specific purpose. Oh. I think we just have a big thing bin. But the handles, we always have problems with handles breaking because we're lazy and we wait too long and it gets too heavy. So that's kind of sucks. That's a kind of a sucks. Okay, I mean, this seems pretty good. I don't really see how it could get better. Yay! I was right. I'm learning the intricacies. Late pollen to early dust. All right. Dad! No, like bags you can put your... Oh, okay. And then throw them in the wash so they don't get eaten. I understand. I understand now. Yeah, I've seen those with shoes. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. You can use them for lots of things. That's smart. That's smart. dust is such a dry, hot season, both suns are high in the sky, baking the usually lush Vertumnan jungle. There's a breeze, it's warm, and you guessed it, dusty. Your parents are up every day before dawn, which comes far too early for your liking. They're usually gone by the time you wake up and home after you're asleep, so you have to visit them at work if you want to see them. Good morning, Gooseberry. Your dad greets you cheerily. Have you come to see the harvest? Your mom and I are gathering crops from actual Vertumnan dirt this week. Sure, that sounds neat. Not really, I just miss you and Mom. Sure, that sounds neat. He shows you around the rows of corn and beans from Earth. They all look a little yellow and scraggly. Not what you'd expect, but your dad enthusiastically points out the vegetables ready to harvest. Don't forget, he tells you, the Vertumnalia Festival is coming up. There will be a talent show and a science fair. I'm sure you're eager to participate, Popel. We need 10 reasoning. Is there a way we can get one more reasoning real quick? Because I would like to participate in that. Register for engineering courses. Let's do a little bit of life sciences. We get one reasoning. We get a little bit of biology. Get a little more friendship with Tange. Yeah, let's do that. It's been a while since you've been to life science class. You wonder who they got to teach it after Professor Hal died. He was the teacher back on the ship. Who could possibly replace him? You take your seat in the classroom. There's no teacher here yet. You and the other students wait, exchanging awkward glances as time passes. Eventually, Chief Engineer Instance breezes through the door. She's accompanied by Tange, who takes a seat beside you, barely giving you a second look. Look who showed up. Instance snaps with a sinking feeling. You know she's talking about you. Popel, can you even tell me what life sciences entails? Tange looks at you out of the corner of her eye, trying not to smirk. Biochem, medicine, ecology, geology, the wet sciences. You easily rattle off the subject names. Instance doesn't look pleased, but she doesn't look disappointed either. That's about as good as you ever get from her, honestly, so you can count that as a win. Gooseberry. This game has made me want to, broaden the pet names. Sorry, something just turned off automatically, and I'm making sure it wasn't, connected to anything. Everything seems fine. Okay, it was probably just on a timer. Made me want to broaden and expand the kind of pet names I give to my kids. I call Luna Little Bug sometimes, so maybe I'll start just calling her different bug names. I'll branch out. Instead of just bug, it'll be specific types. He does specific types of plants. I'll do specific little creatures, little critters. She really likes spiders. So maybe I can do something with spiders. Tangent stops you on the way to class. Popo, were you heading to life sciences? Good. I could use your help with something, actually. I'm working with Chief Engineer Instance in the biolab. If you give me a hand with it, I'm sure she'll give you credit for the class. Of course I'll help. Honestly, admits Tang, we just need somebody to label Petri dishes and move them from the cooler to different machines. Hop-Eye could do it. I love pet names, but I also hate them. There's a fine line. There's a fine line. Instance is staring unfocused at her hollow eye as she processes the results of the scans. Tange goes and stands beside her, pulling up the scan on her own holopalm. They confer quietly while you wait. Sounds like they're studying the shimmer, the mysterious illness. Yes, I was also hoping that doing this would move this storyline along. The mysterious illness some colonists get during pollen every year, including your dad. Instance looks up at you as if just noticing your existence. Ah, Popo, she says. We've been studying samples from some of the colonists who get sick during pollen, including your dad. Some of the stuff in his lungs. It's some kind of fungus. We think the shimmer is a form of reproduction, Tange explains. It's like a fungus trying to turn us into more fungus like it. It's really neat, actually. Yeah. That's super cool. Yeah, neat. +1 point to shimmer cure, +1 point to biology. You spend the rest of the week helping them study the illness. Mostly this involves following instructions and doing as Tange loves to repeat. Jobs a Hop-Eye could do. Nothing beats hands-on experience, though. This would be easier if we had an actual sample of the fungus, Instance remarks. They're working with some biological samples, a fancy word for snot, but according to them, the fungus is all mixed in with human cells. Instance has to spend a lot of time in vert space trying to disconnect the two in her models. Where could I find a sample? Our most useful reports have been from foragers returning from the Valley of Vertigo, she tells you, where the pollen is thick all year. That might be a good place to start. So if we can... Cool. So if we can find... or if we can boost our toughness and get to an expedition and go there, we might be able to like continue this storyline. I really hope so. All right, so this kind of suck. I put that there. That's kind of nice, yeah. What about that there? This there. This there. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty bad one. This being locked here kind of suck. What about this there? That's already better. That there. This. Okay, so that's an 18. Any way to make that better? So we're getting 2 points from that. That's 20, okay. What about putting this here? Also a 20. Okay. Nice. Cool. Fungus inside my dad's lungs. Cool. Love that. Love to see it. Super friggin' psyched about that. It's time for the 3rd annual Vertumnalia Festival. Oh, I got that reasoning just in time. Jeez. You gather with your family in the colony square. Everyone takes a seat as Governor Udicott approaches the stage. She folds her hands and serenely addresses the crowd. What a pleasure to address you all today as your governor. No doubt. Cool, dead dad. Freaking sweet. No dad. In under 3 years, we've built a colony of which we can be truly proud. While we've suffered hardships and losses, we remain standing, as always, looking toward the future we are building together. Let us use this midsummer festival as a time to reflect on our many blessings. Udicott continues: fresh water, good food, healthy children, and a strong community. Udicott bows her head, but first let us remember Professor Halitosis. His name was Professor Halitosis. That was his name. That's a little upsetting. No wonder he went by Hal. Who guided our children and kept our engines running for so many years. Chief Engineer Instance will be filling in with help from our ship's AI congruence until someone can take up the mantle that rested so easily on Hal's broad shoulders. We also recognize the passing of our dear friend, Chief Surveyor Melatonin. Oh, so Tonin was short for melatonin. Okay. Known for his gentle nature and curious spirit, Tonin joins his daughter, Aspartam. Oh, Tammy. Yeah, Aspartam. And his partner, Lavandula, in the world of our memories. Wow, that family just got absolutely just obliterated off of existence because of this planet. That sucks. In his space, we welcome our youngest council member ever, Utopia, representing expeditions. Udicott invites the rest of the council to stand and be recognized among the crowd, including your mom, who huffs an annoyance. When the applause dies down and the council sits, Utopia remains standing. Actually, Auntie Udicott, y'all mind if I just make a quick announcement? Udicott nods and Utopia clears her throat. I just wanted to say thanks to y'all who are trusting me with this job, she says with her clear voice ringing out over the crowd. A cheer rises from expeditions, and she motions for them to quiet down. Uncle Tonin's left some big shoes to fill, and, well, I'm going to give it my best. After all, my feet are very large, because they're cat feet. Y'all want to see? Touching's extra, doll. We're fixing to get to the bottom of what we're calling the shimmer. The sniffles folks have been getting during pollen. Utopia continues, until we do, please keep on wearing your masks when the pollen is thick and let the doc know if you're under the weather. Thanks, sugar. Wow, these names, yeah. It's the future. It's going to be different. She bends down to hug the governor as she leaves the stage. Thank you, Utopia, Udicott says warmly, and thank you to the rest of the council for their service. Live music starts playing and Udicott smiles, and now it's time for games and feasting. The crowd disperses towards the feasting table, clearing the area of chairs so the children's competition can be held. What will you do? Now I need 15 reasoning? Fine. Then what's the point? Bot wrestling's kind of cool, you guess. Oh, good. My stress went down. After the festivities, you take time off for a much-needed, very relaxing break. Your dad sets up a slip and slide through the colony square, and everyone takes turns sliding on their stomachs and spraying water at each other. It's a lot of fun. You can feel your worries floating away in the hot dust suns. Cool, cool, cool. Cool water slides. Tangent is deep in conversation with one of the other scientists. He seems to be consoling her, though Tangent's face betrays no emotion as he claps her on the shoulder and reassures her that she's doing very well for someone so young and that everyone compromised some of their samples when they were first learning. He leaves and Tangent sighs as she goes to put her head in her hands, stopping short when she realizes she's still wearing gloves. She peels them off and digs her fingers into her eyes. Are you okay? I'm fine, Tangent replies immediately. I compromised an experiment I was working on because the vent was still open when I was spraying the workstation down with sanitizer. She sniffs. It's so gross here, she says. I probably did that fungus a favor. Tangent takes a bottle of sanitizer from under her workbench and cleans while she speaks. There are pollen spores everywhere, she whines. And he comes over here and tells me, it'll be okay, Tang, like it's his job to console and patronize me. I hate being patronized too. What's wrong with him being nice? But it is okay to make mistakes. We're gonna say what she wants to hear. It is tough to be patronized to. It's tough to being talked down to. You both sigh in unison. I hate being young, she says bitterly. Why don't they understand that we have higher expectations for ourselves than they do? I need to learn from my own failures. What I don't need, she continues icily, is someone to pat me on the head and tell me it's okay and the adults will make it all better. I messed up, she says. Just let me fix it. Don't make a big deal about it like I'm a child with a boo-boo. All right, so we've got Tangent's focus. +3 if this has the highest. +1 if this has the highest value. Okay. Cool, cool. Love to see it. So can't do that yet. Let's do some farm work. Let's get some toughness. Let's get frickin' tough. The best part about farming during dust is that if you're ever thirsty, you can practically just reach into the ground and pull out a potato pod. They're filled with liquid that's just a little bit cooler than the dry, hot air. Apparently, that's how they spread their seeds. Animals dig them up, and then the pods burst and leak seeds everywhere. It's kind of gross if you think about it too hard, but the juice is tasty, so... +5 kudos if the total equals the goal. Okay. Ooh, we got some really big cards. We got some big boy cards today. Okay, we can do a bit of that. Ooh, okay. I mean, we'll just take the... I'm just going to take the super goal. It's super. I got plenty of kudos. I want my super goal. I want my +1 to biology. Whee! All right. Cool. Mid-dust. All right, so this should be Cal's birthday. Cal is sitting on the garden fence, his feet tucked into the slats, tapping away at his hollow screen. School's way more interesting when you can actually see how it matters, he says. Your mom says I can do more important stuff on the farm if I learn about crop rotation and stuff. He frowns at his hollow screen. There's more math than I thought there'd be. Ooh, man. We've got 80 biology? Holy shit. What are you working on? Cal is looking a little sickly. Well, I found this really pretty flower growing in the garden. I've never seen it before. You take a look at it and soon begin to feel sick yourself. Wait, is this plant radioactive? +2 biology and friendship? Wait, what? It's radioactive? Cal says, backing up quickly. Good thing you knew that. What do we do? You're not sure, but if you study in geoponics lab, you might be able to figure out how to neutralize the radiation. I found something you might like. Take a cake. My favorite food on my birthday. Yay, you're the best of the best. Friendship. Lot big friendships and less stress. Hell yeah. We care about our friends here. All right, let's take a look. Anybody want to talk? Seems good. I don't see anybody. Tammy's absence is still noted. Let's see if we can go to xenobotany and see if we can look at that radioactive plant. Back in the lab, you'll have all the right equipment to properly examine the radioactive plant you found. Maybe you can find a way to protect yourself from them so you don't need to drag a radiation-proven virus suit with you every time you go to that part of the planet. Radiation poisoning isn't the killer it used to be on Earth. With medbeds, you can flush out deadly doses of radiation in a few hours. It could still make you really sick, though, and high enough doses could kill you before you're even able to reach a medbed. How confident are you that you know how to protect yourself? Not at all. Good call. Maybe you can come back later again after collecting more samples. Okay, so we can do this. 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 And then boop and boop. So 19, that's pretty good, you know, it's pretty good, it's pretty good. That's also pretty good. Not enough, not good enough. 19 seems pretty good. Getting your butt kicked. Okay. I'll take the 20. Hooray, 3 stars. Best score. We got more organization, which is good. Ooh, we're really close to getting something out of that. Excellent. +4 to biology. We're biology masters. I said that's what I wanted. And we're getting there, all right. Early wet. Ooh, good. We need more. We need to harvest some stuff. Ooh, what is that? A yellow flower. Interesting. Okay, okay, okay. I'm going to... Anybody got anything for me? No? Okay. Organization is at 20. I think we needed 40 to talk to Mom. Empathy really low. Let's get ourselves some toughness. We're close to getting tough. I want to be a tough boy. We'll alternate between this. Even after all the hard work, it's still so difficult to grow earth crops here. All the adults who grew up on Earth comment on how scrawny the ears of corn are, how everything tastes different than they remember. You're doing your best, and you are doing a good job. Under the circumstances, that doesn't mean that it's easy. All right, so we can get a little bit more if we equal 19. I think that's possible. Oh, radioactive plant gives 8. Jeez. That's pretty crazy. 0, 1, 2. Super goal. So we can get more to biology there. I like that. We might do that. We know that it's there. We got plenty of kudos. We don't need extra kudos. We're going for super goals here. Hooray! We got 6 biology from that. Damn. Two toughnesses. So that's at 8. All right. Oh man, we're almost at the other glow. Yikes. Anybody need to talk? Doing our rounds, do our rotation here. Let's check the supply depot. 5 biology. Ooh, 1 bonus to straights, to persuasion, +1 to all those cards. Okay. Nothing I really care about right now. we can get a little more organized. I think we unlock the new thing, like a new equipment slot. So we can do, how much organization do we have? 29. We need 30, I think. 30, 33. All right, let's do some organization. See if we can get that up. Your parents and the other colonists who were born on Earth didn't really expect to find identifiable mushrooms, plants, and animals on Vertumna. They were expecting something a little more alien, crystal, or light-based. I think we've seen that one before. Jeez. Okay, we've got... Oh, that's really cool. So, bonuses to unplayed cards. That's neat. That's pretty neat. 19. That's 27. 31. That's got to be really good. That's a damn super goal. Biology, organizing, kudos, stress. Nice. What does that mean? Tell me what it means. I require knowledge. New perk, extra enhancement. Enhance your DNA and engineering. Whoa, really? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Tinker with your DNA. Of all the people in the colony, you understand genetics the best. Besides Dr. Instance, probably, she trusts you to attend the Gen Tech machine. With access to a machine like this, you could give yourself a new genetic enhancement. Sure, you probably shouldn't mess with your genome too much in vivo, but one little change couldn't hurt. Yeah, let's fucking do it. You decide to install something. Eagle Eyes. +1 skill on any strength with a challenge win. Extra fingers. +1 skill on challenge to win. Absorbent brain. Super strength. Whoa, interesting. These are kind of cool. I don't know. They all have gems, which are really good, because we've got a couple things that go with gems. I guess we go with absorbent brain, because I feel like most of our cards are probably blue cards. We've got a lot of really good blue cards. So, +1 skill on brain, challenge win. Okay, so if we win with a challenge, we get extra skill if it's a mental challenge. Okay. That's probably what we want. Kids learn fast because their brains are like sponges, but when people get older, they can't absorb as much new stuff. Yeah, preaching to the goddamn choir. Not for you anymore. You're always learning, and your curiosity knows no end. It's a tricky process, much more complicated than modifying the malleable stem cells of an embryo. You wouldn't risk doing it again, but this time it works out. Dr. Instance knows what you've done, but you take her silence as tacit approval of your risky experiment. So, that is a new card. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. We are frickin' smart as fudge. What's this? What does this mean? We've got a little arrow up here. I don't know what that means. Enlightened. You've been enlightened by mastering a skill. +1 to all mental skill increases for 3 months. Whoa, awesome. Okay. Let's do some toughness, maybe? Ooh, yeah, okay, we do need to get to organization. What's something else we can do for organization? We could keep researching xenobotany. That'll get me enough. I want to work on the farm. I want to get some toughness. You try not to think about how human waste is full of the tasty nutrients and bacteria plants need to grow. Now, you never hear anyone worry about how much sewage this many people can generate. You especially try not to think about it when you're up in your elbow, up to your elbows in musty, warm soil. You can get an inch in your nose. Just don't think about it. Ooh, man, look at all these. We've got some good stuff. Our cards are getting really good. Look at this, like 3, 3, 3, 1. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 29. 26. Yeah. 29. Hell yeah. What's this do? +1 to a card, change to a yellow. Woo! Biology +7. We're somehow getting smarter in biology, even though they're the smartest person here. And we're only 12. All right, it's glow. Crystal. Gates are closed. Let's just take a look. Anything, anywhere? Hey, Mom. You okay? Your mom gives you a stern look. Be careful, she warns you. Now that we know for a fact it isn't safe out there during glow, I won't have you venturing close to the walls. Stay where I can see you, close to the ship. Okay. Yes, Mommy. Okay. What's our toughness at? 10. That's good. Okay. Let's do one more thing in the lab, because we've got this +1 to all mental skill increases for 3 months. So we can do this and get a little bit more organizing and a little more like reasoning as well. So let's do xenobotany to get those organization points. There are only a few glowing plants in the garden, so in the dark of glow you have to do a lot of outdoor work by lamplight, and the eerie not light, fertile earth dirt looks the same as Vertumnus dirt. And it's hard to see what you're doing. All right, we got some good shit here. 4, 5, 3, 3. There we go. We're getting a lot of super goals. I guess it doesn't really matter because we're getting +1s to biology, something that we already have mastered, but makes you feel good. And we got our organization up. Extra gear slot. Equip an additional gear. That's exactly what I wanted. 2 data points form a line, but 3 is a pattern. The colony has been on high alert all glow. Hoping that the creatures from beyond the wall don't return for a 3rd year in a row, surveyors keep reporting that they're seeing unusual animal activity. Even the plants seem different, they say, and new tracks that must have been left by creatures larger and heavier than you've ever seen. You and the other colonists drill evacuation plans. Okay. You're in engineering when you hear the sirens ring through the colony. You cover your ears against the noise and make your way to the nearby classroom. This is one of the assembly points, so you should be safe there, but it wasn't so safe last year for Professor Hal. What if another creature gets in? Congruence, the new teacher, is just a face on a computer screen. She can't protect anyone. Unless she's going to cute somebody to death. Congruence flickers cheerfully. Please stay calm, children, she says. The defense squad is already en route to the creatures. This should all be over soon. You've been told this before. As the sirens continue, you're faced with a choice. We are not brave. We stay put. You, Tange, Mars, and the other kids try to stay calm. Congruence directs you under the big tables together, then assigns you a chapter on Earth's history as if nothing was happening. It's impossible to think with the siren going off. You read and reread the same paragraph over and over, trying not to think about some monsters bursting through the door, or window, or wall. Let's take it seriously. Let's get into our work. Friendship with Tange, some loyalty, but a little more stress. There's nothing you can do, so you try to apply yourself to reading the chapter you've been assigned. You struggle with it, your mind racing. You notice Tangent trying to do the same. She gives you a faint smile over her hollow screen. It isn't long before the sirens turn off, ringing 3 short pulses as the all-clear message flashes on your hollow palm. You and the other children file out of engineering. You head back. You and the other children file out of engineering, and you head back to your quarters. Your parents will want to know that you're safe. Your dad gives you a big hug, but your mom slumps into a seat at your small table. It's like they're going specifically for geoponics this time, she mutters, but your dad pets your hair and shushes her. I'm sure it was just bad luck, Lulabelle, he says. But your mom shakes her head and folds her hands in front of her mouth, staring out the porthole window at the fields. Okay. It didn't say anybody died. It didn't say somebody died. Starting age 13, we're finally a teenage exocolonist. Finally. New perk. Extra gear slot. Equip an additional gear. All right. That's cool. We can go to the depot and see if there's anything we want to pick out. Let's check. Ooh, we can give that to Tange. She likes those. Tange. You find Tange leaning against the wall of the laboratory, looking out into the hustle and bustle of the colony. Antecedent tried to talk to me about puberty today, she says, rolling her eyes. It was a pleasure to tell her that I seem to be suffering no ill effects from the malady. She crosses her arms and shrugs dismissively. Perhaps there is a limit to genetic recombination therapy, as I do not seem to be undergoing the effects common among those who are born to this array of hormones. I should advise Chief Engineer Instance. Yeah, good job. Handling it like a teen. Have some medicinal herbs. This is interesting. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, let's go see if we can get some new gear. Anything new? +5 biology, +1 bonus to straits. We don't need that. We're already the best biology person in the round. +1 to all yellows. That's kind of valuable. +5 to persuasion, bonus to pairs. Ooh. I like that more. The persuasion I don't necessarily care about, but the bonus to pairs is good. Because we get those fairly often. +1 to pairs, 3 of a kind, 4. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this is good. Buy that. And a cake. Or just the doll for now. And the cake too. Can't have too much cake. If anybody tells you otherwise, get them out of your life. They have no business being in your life. Oh, I forgot this was a thing that we got. Oops. +1 to all those cards. Oh, sorry, Dad. I forgot you gave us that. +5 persuasion bonus. Okay, this will probably help us more. We don't do a lot of physical challenges. This isn't a game show from the 90s, 2000s. We don't do a lot of physical challenges. Toughness at 10. Does this allow us to go expeditioning? Toughness 20. Okay, we need to work on our toughies. We need to become more toughy. Toughy. Okay, that gives us bravery. Playing sports ball, but I have a moral issue with playing sports ball. We could work on the farm, which will give us some toughness. We need that 20, so if we work here 5 more times, we'll get it. The problem is we don't get we're wasting points because we've already got maxed biology. But we are getting kudos, which is nice. Let me go back to this. I might have to play some sports ball. I don't want to. But bravery might come in handy. I'm trying to think of what we get. This is only 1 toughness. So that's it probably isn't that much better. This gets us friendship with Cal as well. I think this is better. I know we're getting less benefit because of the biology, but I think we're still getting more things that we actually care about. Bobo, can I get your help with something in the barn? Cal asks. You excuse yourself from planting and following Cal. And there's always the chance that because we're hanging out with Cal, we get more socks. Something's wrong with socks, Cal says, closing. This is not what I meant when I said that I wanted more socks. She won't eat and she cries all the time. Maybe she's going through like a metamorphosis stage? Is she with sports ball but pyre? Ooh, you just called me out hard. I mean, technically it's my least favorite part of the game. But you know what? You got me. You got me. If there was a sports ball jersey style, but it was pyre, I would probably wear it. I'd probably wear it unironically. Geez, the delay on Twitch Mobile is getting worse, but they're upping the prices and they just updated the app. What's the deal? You look into Socks's crate. She's almost too big for it now, even curled up in a ball. She raises her head and peeps miserably at you, then curls even tighter, her bulbous antenna drooping. She looks paler, right? Cal says, coming up beside you, and she's always sleepy and cold. I don't know what to do. She won't eat leaves anymore or anything else I bring her. Potatoes, corn, wheat, beans. She just chews them and spits them out. He points to the lid of the box. She's been chewing on her box, too. He says, I'm worried she's going to chew her way out and escape while I'm not here. Cal rubs Socks under her chin, but she barely responds to his touch. You've been outside the walls, right, Popo? Not really. Have you ever seen any animals like Socks? Full-grown ones. What do they eat? I'll look up. I'll look next time I'm surveying. Thank you, Popo, Cal says, slightly sighing as he closes the box. I'm really worried. All right, we have to start doing expeditions now to save Socks and the entire colony. This is for everybody. Let's do this and this and this and this and this. That's not an. Oh no, that's not enough. Guys, it's not enough. Okay, what about putting those there? Still 13. I don't like that. Is there anything we can do? Did we just get a bad hand? I think we just got a really bad hand. What if we did this, 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 this? No, that doesn't help any. Let's redraw. Jeez, this sucks. Man, even that. Even with all that. We need to get rid of some of these pieces of trash. I don't care about giggling anymore. Now is not the time for giggling. We can use a bobber fruit, maybe? That might actually screw us over. I think we're just going to redraw our hand again. Here we go. Finally, something that doesn't suck. See, look at that. That's what we needed. We were just pulling some trash. There we go. It's a good thing I've got plenty of those little crystals. Which triumvirate jersey would you want to wear the most? Ooh. Trying to think which one would go best with my style. I like pinks and stuff like that, like blacks and pinks. So I'm trying to think if one went with that. The villain, oh gosh, why can't I, not Bertrude, the other Hydra, who was like black and green. I think that could look good. Manly's, his was like pink, but it's also yellow, and I really dislike yellow. Trying to think of all my options here. Barker's would be nice, just like a simple black and red. That's pretty nice. Like black, red, orange. Ooh, the Harpies. Yeah, that's like a black, green, purple. That might be the answer. And I get to represent my Harpies. So like, that's kind of nice. If I ever met a Harpy and they saw me wearing that, maybe they'd be kind of more into me, which is something I want to happen. Something I really want to happen. For obvious reasons. Ooh. I don't like the soundtrack changing. You wake to the sound of your parents arguing in hushed tones, clearly trying not to disturb you. You blink away the sleep from your eyes, eventually remembering, wait, isn't today your 13th birthday? Where's your birthday cuddles? Your parents always make a big deal about your birthday. You peek out through the privacy curtain on your bunk and listen to them in on their argument. You're being unreasonable, your mom says. Pulpo is a teenager now. You have to give him the opportunity to take calculated risks, or he'll start acting out. That's just what being a teenager is. Going off into the wilderness isn't a calculated risk, your dad replies. It's too dangerous. It's weird to hear your parents arguing. If they ever disagree, they sort it out quietly or go to meditation. This time they sound really upset. It's unsettling. I think I should. The danger isn't. You don't need to. I'm going to have to start doing expeditions. But I'm doing it for the danger isn't necessarily out there. The danger is inside. It's all around us. The danger is our ignorance, our lack of knowledge. They glance at you. Your mom holds up her hand to silence you and goes right back to talking. Geranium, she grates. You've said yourself that we need every person out there surveying for edible native plants. You're even going yourself. Why not our son? Your dad flails his hands helplessly. Because, Fulu, he's our son. It's our responsibility to keep him safe. You're not keeping anyone safe by coddling him, your mom almost shouts, and your dad flinches in shock. Pulpo's survival depends on him understanding this planet we're living on, so you're not doing him or the colony any favors by pretending like that's not the case. This is what I was talking about when I said earlier, like, they complement each other well. I know this seems really, like, bad, but if they were both like dad or they were both like mom, like, I could have gone out too soon before I was ready, and I could have died, or I could only stay here and be safe in one sense of the term. But the colony could suffer, and I could suffer too. I'm going to do what I would actually do when people are arguing and stay quiet. Anything you say would just make them more upset, and they're doing a good job of that all by themselves. But you're so angry with them right now. Why can't they just act like proper parents? They argue for a little while longer before your dad raises his hands in defeat. Your mom's fierce expression softens. Hey, Popo. Sorry. It's your birthday today, and here we are arguing like a pair of assholes. Happy birthday. They both give you a hug. We meant to order up from the canteen and have your usual birthday breakfast, but we got to talking about how Utopia's opened up positions and expeditions for kids 13 and older, and, well, that's you now. I suppose we'll have to let you spread your wings someday, your dad relents. I'll just feel better knowing you were safe here, inside the colony walls. He gives your mom a faint smile. We decided early on to let you choose your own path in life, so if you want to join expeditions, we're behind you. Just be safe. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dad. Okay. Let's talk to our dad. You find your dad comparing some plant samples. When he sees you, he puts down the test tubes and gives you a big hug. Kiddo, he explains, then kneels down to look you in the eye. I've been thinking. I want to say I'm sorry your mom and I were arguing on your birthday. We disagree sometimes, just like every couple, but it's unfair that you had to see how the sausage gets... The sausage? Oh, adorable. I love that word. The sausage gets made. It's okay. He pats you on the shoulder. Thanks for saying so. You're a great kid. Your mom and I talked it out, he continues. We're both just really putting out everything into the farm right now, and it's making us kind of snappy. You don't have to worry about it, okay? He squeezes you in a hug. If you want to join Utopia's exploration team, just be careful. It's dangerous out there. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. All right, let's go rest on the farm. Or in the park. Relax in the park. You and Cal walk through the park, a special place set aside for growing ornamental plants from Earth. It was grown from a precious seed bank preserved for over 20 years aboard the Stratospheric before your mother started planting them here on Vertumna. Almost nothing here is grown for food, though many of them are technically edible. It's so green here, Cal says, stopping to smell a bush of fist-sized red flowers with velvety petals. Wow, they smell so sweet. It's so weird. My mom worked really hard on this. It's such a waste of space. It's so peaceful. It's so peaceful. Cal breathes deep, a funny smile on his face. It really is. This is one of my favorite places in the whole colony. You can really feel the love in every plant. One pretty white flower in particular is flourishing here. The Astrantia, your mother's favorite. It seems to be growing faster than even native plants do, covering the paths and bluffs with tiny white stars. You practically have to push clumps of it aside in some places just to make sure you don't crush any. Good thing it's so beautiful. Finally, I can get rid of friggin' wonderment. I don't need that anymore. I do not need a sense of wonderment. I'm a teenager. Get that whimsy out of my life. I'm gonna go brood. And probably masturbate. If real life has anything to say about it, that's probably what's about to happen. Alright, let's talk to Utopia. So she says she'll let people out. But I am not tough enough yet. So I'm at 12, so I need to go another 4 times. And I think that's just going to be what we're doing from now on until we get that. Let's go. Work on the farm. Let's get our toughness. The best thing that grows here is soybeans, for sure. Your mom wanted to plant wheat and rice, 2 really important staple grains on Earth, but they just can't handle the environment. Potatoes and corn do okay, but you can tell your mom's not really impressed either. So it's soy. A lot of soy. And taro and plantains, too. Well, those are all good. Oh my gosh, push through for 105 strengths. You mean I just die? Because that's what that sounds like. That just sounds like me dying. Alright, so we can get a 26, which is the super goal. We can get some kudos as well, because that's just a +1 to biology. So let's see if we can get to the goal of 21. $22. I'm the only one at the office today, and it feels weird to open the building for 2 hours and lock up. That is weird. It's kind of like eerie, yeah. 13, 17, 15. I don't know if we'll be able to do a 21. 18. There's a 20. $20. 22. 26. 26. Okay. I don't see a way to do it, so we're just going to accept this. Oh, we still get kudos. Oh, because we got the exact. Oh, we got the +1 because we got the plus because it was the exact super goal. Oh, okay. Well, I'm very happy to accept that. Yeah, like when you go to when I would teach, and like there'd be days where like I would come in a little early on like planning or something, and there are just no students or teachers yet, and you're like one of the first people to arrive. It's like a haunted feeling. I was like, I understand why people make horror movies about this. Shit's scary. Anybody have anything to say? Anything? Anybody? Bueller? Dad! Your dad was sniffling and sneezing pretty bad this morning. He collapsed around this time last year, so you've been feeling anxious about his health, especially now that the pollen is back. He's working hard in the fields, respirator hanging from his neck as he grunts and shovels dirt into a wheelbarrow. He sees you coming, stands up straight, coughing a little as he stretches his back. Hey, kiddo, what brings you out here? Wear your damn respirator, Dad. Your dad makes blah, blah, blah motions with his hand. I do. Don't look at me like that. I'm just getting some fresh air. It's hard to breathe with that thing on. I'm racing to get these pixie beans in the ground. He continues, we're all set to have a great harvest in time for Vertumnalia. Oh, yes. That is like a creepy feeling, just seeing like a hallway that goes on for too long and there's no movement, and it's kind of just like the room is breathing. He leans on his shovel, tucking one foot behind the other and rocking back and forth. Truth is, I've been working like a dog. I'd love to get out of here for a while. Hey, what do you say you and I go for a little walk? He says, brightening. I know you don't get outside the walls much either, but we could go do a little nature walk. I study all the plants the foragers bring back, but I've never really seen them in the wild. What? No way, it's dangerous out there. You want to go outside. Sounds great. I'm going to humor him. Sure, your dad says. People can want to try new things, right? Your mom doesn't see the draw. He continues, slipping a shovel up onto his shoulder and picking his way carefully out of the turned fields. She likes what she can control, you know? But there's a whole planet out there, and I want to go explore. He stops and doubles over, suddenly racked with a coughing fit that makes him unable to speak. He tries a few times to catch his breath, but each time he just starts coughing harder. The pink pollen in the air swirls and eddies around you. Maybe you should stay indoors, Dad. Oh, your dad wheezes. You're just like Instance. That old stick in the mud. I remember when we were younger. She was always walking around with her nose in everyone's business. She thinks she knows what's best for people. Despite his brave words, he has to hold on to you for balance as he catches his breath again. Okay, maybe now's not the best time. The best time. He gasps, finally putting his respirator back on. But you and me, we have a date with the outside world, kiddo. I'm taking a rain check. Yes, I want to spend time with you, but I won't be able to spend any time with you if you're dead. Ooh, he says, his eyes red, rimmed, and streaming from irritation. I can't wait until Instance figures out a treatment for the shimmer thing. She says, maybe next year, maybe the one after that. I'm going to be first in line, you bet. Dad, you're scaring me. All right, let's keep working on the farm. We're going to get that toughness up so we can go out. Dad, stop being dumb. I know, he's so freaking stubborn. Not me. Obviously, I'm super agreeable all the time. The colony has one massive multi-purpose programmable bot. Usually, geoponics uses it to till fields and help with the planting and harvesting. It breaks down a lot, but you kind of love it anyway. It's a big, slow friend. At one point, you kids start decorating it with stickers, and your mom never stopped you. You and Cal are out in the fields where they're planting this new kind of native plant called the pixie bean. These things are incredible. They glow in the dark. Cal is in a goofy mood and doesn't want to work. You've got the robo-plow for the day, and he suggests you ride around on it. That seems dangerous. I remember when I was young, one of my friends got like a four-wheeler ATV kind of thing when we were riding it together. And there was like a little mini ditch thing. And my friend was like, oh, it's your turn. And he's like, you should go down it and come back up. And this was like one of the first times I've ever ridden one of those things. Parents not around. In Florida nature, parents off doing something. I was really nervous, but I said, okay. And so he was on like one side of the ditch. I was on the other side with the ATV. And he's like, all right, go. And I went down. And as I went down, because it was like a twisty, I like hit the accelerator twist. And I jumped out of the ditch. It zoomed out and up. And I almost like hit my friend with the ATV. And we were like 13, 14, something like that probably. So I don't like that. I'm just going to do my work. Typical teen behavior. Yeah. That's and you know what? The two guys that, I did that with, one of them's dead, and the other one, I don't know what he's doing. So, maybe I'm doing okay. Maybe I'm all right. I got loyalty and kudos. Thank you. Somebody knows. Good job. You and Cal trudge along behind the row plow, removing rocks it missed and dropping seeds into the furrow. After a few hours, your backs are sore, but the field looks great. Your mom actually smiles when she sees the field and gives you a handful of kudos. Oh, no. When Rhett's around, that's rarely a good thing. You're cleaning the bot off to put it away for the night when Security Officer Rhett shows up.
Hello, children. When you're done, please deliver the MMPG to the garrison. We need it to shore up the walls tomorrow.
Wait, but we need it tomorrow, Cal says. He strokes the sticker-covered flank of the bot. Are you going to bring it back after?
After we're done with it.
Rhett replies. You and Cal exchange a look. Working on the walls is a never-ending project. You get the feeling if he takes the plow, you won't be getting it back anytime soon. Certainly not in time for the next harvest. I'm going to ask my mom. She's in charge of geoponics. This thing is involved with geoponics. That's her business.
Are you sure? Rhett says, come on, don't be childish. You can just tell her we need it.
Defend the plow. Oh, I don't have enough persuasion. Okay. Oh, thanks. Thanks for making it so we don't have frickin' food, Rhett. At least we're a little more defensive. You don't really have many options here. Rhett is an adult, and chief of security. You don't feel comfortable denying him the plow. You agree to deliver the rubber plow to the garrison when you're done cleaning it up. The next day, your mom is pissed. You can hear her yelling at Rhett over her holopalm and that tone of voice like when you're watching a holovid and someone's mom uses their first, last, and middle name. You've never seen the RoboPlow in geoponics again. You don't really understand these grown-up politics, but you feel bad anyway. Yay! Cool. Yeah. Yeah, sweet. Boop, boop, boop. 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 Nice. 24. I think this is, we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got a freaking straight 5. Things are in order. I like this. Plenty of kudos, less stress, good biology, good toughness. What is our biology toughness at 16? Okay, two more. Ooh, shit, I gotta go. I gotta go here in just a sec. I did not realize the time. Been so busy. So busy stressing the frick out. Okay, it doesn't look like anybody needs anything. Our stress is low. Let's farm one more time and then we'll go. Your mom has been trying for years to get the hydroponics working again. So much of the equipment was damaged in the wormhole accident that it keeps breaking in new and interesting ways. First, it's the temperature, then the pH, then there's a problem with the nutrient load. It's all very technical, and when you try to ask your mom what's wrong, she only snaps at you to mind your business and let her handle it. Relatable. Understandable. All right, so 8, 5, 4, 1, 1. Easy game. All right, let's take it. What was the best? Best 27. Cool. Okay, I wonder what it was. I wish they let you, try again. Even if it wasn't for points, just to, practice. I'm sorry. I saw some interesting words in the bottom there, and it took me aback. You're getting older. It's that magical time in your life, full of discoveries and possibilities, when children become adults. And their bodies change in weird ways. Wonderful, often embarrassing ways. When you were younger, Congruence gave your class a frank presentation about preparing for the changes your bodies would experience in the next few years. Which parts of the presentation was relevant to you? I'm getting big ol' boners. I'm getting those 13-year-old boners down there. They are inconvenient, frequent. I'm like a doll down there. I'm getting voice changes. I'm getting low voices, and all my blood is heading southward. You and your friends giggled your way through Congruence's presentation and left with a new appreciation for the wonders of the human body. Puberty had felt like something that would happen so far in the future that it didn't apply to you. You put it out of your mind even as you noticed Cal's voice begin to drop or Mars starting to dress differently. Until one morning you wake up. Are we going to end with a new look? Something feels different. You just know something's off as soon as you open your eyes. Things are squelchier than you expect them to be down there. You were we got a wet dream. This is a wet dream. We got a freaking the juice. Our juice was loosed. This is already more sex education than I got in Alabama. You just want to close your eyes again. You remember Congruence's sexual education classes, and you're really not ready for their real-world practical applications. After a few minutes, you sigh and muster up the courage to look under your blankets. Yeah, that's a thing. We got a wet dream. Our juice was loose. Hooray! Yeah, we're going to deal with our mess. You wait for because that's what I would do. I'm not going to talk to my parents about that. You wait for your parents to leave for work, calling out to you that you're going to miss breakfast if you lie around in bed. When you're sure they're gone, you carefully strip the sheets on your bed and stuff them into the recycler. You put in a requisition for new sheets from the depot and continue on with your day. That night, you find your dad waiting for you. He's pulled your privacy curtain back to show your stripped bed and looks up with a knowing smile when you enter holding new sheets. Oh my God, I love our dad. He laughs, putting on an exaggerated detective impression. Now I can think of only one reason why a teenager suddenly cares about doing his own laundry. He points at you and exclaims, "By Jove, I think I've got it. What's up, Paul? Got something to share with your old man? I love this guy." You can feel your face getting red as you ignore him and make your bed, but it doesn't stop him. Aw, kiddo, it's okay to feel a little wet behind the ears. You retreat into your bunk and slam the privacy curtain closed so you can't hear him make any more jokes. Ugh, he's so embarrassing. Gain status, hormones, fuck yeah. As an adult, I love him, but as a kid, I can only imagine. This is my dream. My dream is to embarrass thoroughly. So yeah, as an adult, this is great. I'm pretty sure my dad said similar stuff to me. And I probably hated him for it. I didn't have a good relationship with him anyway, so it probably didn't help. I think because I hope I have a good relationship with my kids growing up, better than I had with my dad. So hopefully the embarrassing stuff is handled with more tact and stride. What is happening? You feel on the edge today. Like everything that happened feels so unfair and tragic. Like you want to punch stuff and then cry about it. Like you want to be left alone, but you also desperately want attention. It feels like a fount of new energy is starting to bubble up inside you. Dangerous, uncontrollable energy. Welcome to puberty, Popple. Hell yeah. We've got hormones. Teenage hormones are making you brave and rebellious. Rebellion increases tripled. Frick yeah. All right, what a lovely way to end. This is great. Cool stuff. Real happy with the way things are going. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to go get ready to get my kid from work, get my kid from school, my wife from work, Don't make me make a mess in your bed, Dad. Happy Friday. We have hormones. They're coming. They're coming, and so am I. Yeah. I think that's it. I love you all very much. Monday, I will not be streaming because I have a dentist appointment to take a kid to. So I don't know how long it's going to take. I might stream, I might not. I might just postpone it to Tuesday just for simplicity. We have hormones, they're coming, and so thank you, Kara. I appreciate that. So I'll keep you guys updated. Keep an eye on the Discord. I'll see you guys in streams and stuff. Let me see if there's anybody to raid. If you guys got anybody, let me know. Thanks for stream. Happy to stream. Happy to stream. Guess we could... you do not? Okay. We'll just leave it then. Let's go ahead and save. Save. New save. Wet sheets. Yeah, wet sheets. Wet sheets get deets. We need details. All right. I love you all. I'll see you later. Thanks for a fun day. Bye.